Hi everyone, I'm Jordan Hammond. I am a creative media student at Gloucestershire College. I originally decided to join the course because I wanted to learn about TV, radio, journalism and film. I never had any experience prior to the course. I did do a level 2 course before this one where I learned about digital audio production, and I started doing like a hobby within radio, which I'm still doing to this day, and I've gone up by doing presenting, and now I'm doing a bit of broadcast journalism, and I have also been trying to do my own photography recently. I've got into photography. I've been doing my own personal directed project of fashion photography, and I've learnt a lot of skills along the way with that. The whole of my year one overall projects, we did a Canon brief, we did a Smile campaign as well, and over the course of, so at the end of last year, the main points that I was given with my critical assessment telling me what I need to improve on for this year was definitely technical skill, in the fact I wasn't very knowledgeable at using any editing software whatsoever, and anything that wasn't audio related. I kind of just didn't know anything. It's all been a learning process, and I've learnt a lot. The biggest thing that I have learnt was this year when we started our I did an Amy Winehouse music video. We did a music video project. I did Me and Mr. Jones by Amy Winehouse, and I learned how to colour grade for the first time. I learned how to use a reverse digital effect on a moving image. I just learned how things should be timed and be a lot more snappy and quick. And if you compare my work now to last year, you can visually see that there's still a lot that needs to be improved on in terms of just various different things, including my own filming skills, because during my documentary trailer that we've just recently done, I realised I had a tripod, but I didn't have a proper rig that kept the camera stable, and that's something I've kind of run into a lot, is the shaky camera element. So during my time working with the different radio stations and on my Ofcom course, I learned various different skills. One of them being having to work in a team of people I've never met before, and having there's differences in opinion wherever you go. That was something that I had to learn, how to work in a team with people I've never worked with before. Also guidelines when it comes to rules and regulations. There's a lot. There's a 327 page booklet that you have to read through as just the starter. It's great bedtime reading. Also with GFM, I had to go to a completely different setting compared to Dean Radio, where Dean Radio is very comfortable for me. It's definitely like local forest, whereas GFM is very diverse and it's a completely different kettle of fish. Like wherever you go, I've learnt now with all the different stations, Gloucester, Dean Radio, GFM, all of them have the same kind of layout of things, so but they have very different messages and aspects between them all as well. So with all the equipment, all of the buttons, you think that you know everything. The moment you think you know everything, you don't. You really don't. There's always something to learn. Wherever you go, all of the buttons, they do different things, so you've got to relearn new kit every time you go to a different station. You've got to relearn their code of their message and what they want to be brought out to the public and what can and cannot be said.
Beats Music.
When it comes to realising my style over the course of the 2 years, I really enjoyed the music video project that we did. That was something I managed to get really creative and delve deep into. The documentary one, it was very interesting in terms of how I did mine on society's ideologies and how people perceive things. That was very interesting. But overall I think my style has nothing to do with the video so far. I definitely think my style is audio related, but now also stills imagery, like fashion photography. I found a lot of creativity within that, and I love being able to experiment with the themes and networking with people, and I never know completely what I want when I go to do a photo shoot. I never physically fully plan, oh, this is what I want, but I do go into it with a theme and having a rough idea of the style, and as soon as I've got the style, I usually on the day I kind of know what I want then. So that's something I've learned. I also know that I like a lot of my stuff is a lot of pastel colours. I've realised in all my photo shoots. I love being experimental. With my website design as well, it's very sleek, I found, when it comes to that, and you could physically see the photography and the audio, and you could see I've been told that my style is very related to the younger demographic when it comes to forms of audio. So the topics I perceive within my products, so imagery and audio wise, I talk about topics or I generate themes related to what's going on, I think, in the 18 to 35 demographics, daily lives and stuff they can relate to. But also in some aspects a lot of my stuff can be seen as subjective. I did a burlesque shoot. That was the biggest thing I think I've done in terms